Ahoy, welcome back to News Junkies. Today we are visiting with Kay Wilson-Bolton, and she is with a program called Many Meals. And Kay, welcome in here.
Thank you, Bill. Nice to meet you. You're kind of a famous guy.
Well, I don't know about famous, maybe
No, you
infamous.
No, you
Well,
are.
okay, I'll go with that. How's that? Many Meals. Let's give kind of an overall view as to what the program is all about. I know that you're active in Santa Paula.
Yes, I am. And Many Meals is actually one of a variety of programs that our nonprofit orchestrates every week and actually every day, called the Spirit of Santa Paula. We were organized in 2002 for the purpose of trying to heal the community. And as we got acquainted with our homeless population in Santa Paula, we found a homeless man dead in one of our churches in 2008. And what we wanted to do is respond to that in a meaningful way. The first idea was to have a winter shelter for them, but the time was too short to get it organized for that winter, so we started a meal program, and the hot meal was served to 57 people the first week, and now we are 356 weeks later, having served hundreds of thousands of meals, and we serve about 600 to 700 each week.
Wow, that is impressive, and you deal with that at the First Presbyterian Church.
Yes, they're the host of the meal. They have a wonderful fellowship hall, centrally located downtown, and we have expanded the service to include actually homeless and hungry families. And we found that it fills quite a need. If someone will have dinner with us every week, family of 4, there's a savings, according to USDA, of $80 a month. And so that's a gas tank full of fuel. It's a utility bill, and it's not the answer to all of the poverty that any community will ever see, but it's a safety net.
Well, certainly not a panacea, but for a family of 4, that money then can be reallocated to meet some other needs that they might have, and that's a great thing. And we're at that time of the year where we're celebrating the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. I call it the trifecta of holidays. Mm-hmm. And I know that a lot of organizations really try to meet the need for the Thanksgiving meal, and to me that's great, but it really needs to go beyond just that one meal, and certainly your group is providing that for the people of Santa Paula.
Our mantra is actually more than many meals. What we do each week is connect with families in need, and we've become their advocates. I went to City Council Monday night to ask the City Council to consider waiving the $80 reconnection fee when a water bill or when a water service is disconnected, and they're going to actually consider that. Oftentimes it's 25 to 30% of the entire bill, and families will wait till the last minute to ask for help because they're shy, they're afraid of being turned down, they're hoping for some kind of an answer. So it's that kind of advocacy. We also help people with homeless court. They can do community service hours to pay for tickets so they can get their license back and drive so they can get a job. It's all connected in some way to having that extra few dollars to keep a family in operation.
When you're feeding that many people each and every week, where does your support come? Do you have local merchants and vendors, maybe restaurants, participating in supplying the items to feed these individuals?
That's exactly what happens. Good question. We love Food Share, and Food Share is our primary provider, but we don't know until Tuesday what we're actually going to serve on Wednesday. So it's kind of tricky, but we've gotten very good at it. They have wonderful supplies of fruits and vegetables, breads, meats, milk, dairy, all kinds of things that make for a meal. We vary the menu every single week. Thanks to Garmin's Pub in Santa Paula, he provides fresh carrots, so we have fresh buttered carrots, and we flavor it each week a little differently so that it's not boring. Not everybody loves carrots, but we serve it very well. Panera Bakery is very generous with us, giving wonderful pastries and breads to serve at the meal. And we do have local merchants who help us from time to time, but thanks to Food Share, we can actually serve a meal for about 50 cents per person.
Wow, and you're not really charging these people that come through the door.
Oh, no, it's a free meal. We actually have some surprise guests each week who are from local businesses, and they're retired business people who I don't think realize that the meal is for poor people, because they come and they fellowship and they help serve and they help clean up, and it's become quite a social event in Santa Paula. We have a wonderful dining room that's as large as this room, and round tables, and families sit together, and really great stories are being told around the tables. And the larger story is that there's a community of people who care about nutrition. Without nutrition, kids can't do homework. The families are compromised in many ways, being able to take care of their kids. And so we just fill a gap for what is needed in every household.
How did you partner with First Presbyterian in Santa Paula?
Well, I'm actually a member there and have been for about 40 years. And so when Many Meals needed a larger facility, I went to their elder board, and their session it's called, and asked them if they would consider allowing Spirit of Santa Paula to host Many Meals at their location at 121 Davis Street in Santa Paula. And they actually see it now as a ministry of their church, as well as the fact that it's sponsored by a nonprofit like us.
Now, are there other locations in Santa Paula on different nights of the week that will host these individuals for a meal?
Actually, not at the scale that we do. Through our work, though, there's a Many Meals in Camarillo and also one in Ventura. And some of those people helped us get started almost 9 years ago now with the Many Meals program. We do have in Santa Paula 6 or 7 different food pantries. We actually provide about 40,000 pounds of food for families each week, just us. We pick up at grocery stores in Westlake, Thousand Oaks, and Newbury Park 12 times a week. And it's thousands of pounds of food that families just couldn't afford to buy. Eggs, meat, vegetables, breads, dairy, all kinds of wonderful things.
Well, if memory serves me correct, in Ventura, on Wednesday evenings, it's at the United Methodist Church on Telegraph Road and College Street, I believe it is. And then in Camarillo, they have a Catholic church on Monday evenings, and Trinity Press, probably a sister church to First Presbyterian, out on Anthony Avenue in Camarillo, that serves the meals.
Oh, wonderful. Nice.
Yes, and it's great, and you can walk in, and they really have this servant's heart, as I would call it, to help these individuals meet that need.
And that is our model too, because we know what Jesus did around the table, and whether you're a Christian or not, you know what the account is of how he served poor people. And so we try to emulate that. The other thing that we do at Many Meals is right now we're taking names for toys for the Christmas shop that's sponsored at Orchard Church, which is the former Eastminster Presbyterian Church on Telephone Road, and where families can actually go to one location and shop for free for kids, for their own children for Christmas. And we have program where we help with utilities, thanks to United Way, and the Emergency Food and Shelter Program from the U.S. government gives us about $10,000 a year to help with Many Meals and utility bills and rent for people who are at risk of homelessness.
Well, that is wonderful. Now, if people wanted more information, Kay, about what you do, how they can get a hold of Many Meals, do you have a phone number or perhaps a web address that people can benefit by?
Yes, I do. I'm the primary contact. I have a full-time career at something very different, but I'm also full-time volunteer director for the Spirit of Santa Paula, the sponsor of Many Meals, and my direct phone number, 805-340-5025. I'm also a chaplain with Ventura County Fire Department, so my phone is always on, so feel free to call. And if you know of someone who needs a visit to the jail, you can contact me about that. I'm approved for non-contact visits through the ministry program through Ventura County Sheriff's Department. And we have the opportunity to serve on the streets of Santa Paula as well, meeting people, homeless people actually, where they are. Our web address is, of course, the famous www.spiritofsantapaula.org.
spiritofsantapaula.org. Well, Kay, thank you so much for being a part of our get-together here today, and I wish you nothing but the best as you move forward through the balance of 2015 and as you turn the corner into 2016.
Thank you, Bill. I'm delighted that you'd even invite me here to chat about this.
Well, this is a wonderful ministry, as you would put it, and you're really doing what I think, is taught in the Bible, to live and love like Jesus, and that's important.
Yeah, thank you. That's what
And
we're doing.
And thank you, and Kate Wilson-Bolton has been our guest. I'm Bill DeFoi. You're watching News Junkies, a production of the Heritage Media Group.